KTN News, Mombasa County.
Thousands of youth, now famously referred to as Gen Zs, today returned to the streets of Nairobi Central Business District for another round of demonstrations that began on Tuesday. For the better part of Thursday, the youthful protesters who hoped to protest peacefully in their march to Parliament were however engaged in running battles by police officers and had to brave tear gas and jets of water from police water cannons, who were determined to ensure that the unhappy youth do not make their way to the August House. But as KTN's David Muthoka reports, the demonstrators, who by sunset were still in the streets, have vowed to keep on protesting until the finance bill that was this evening passed by Parliament is withdrawn, and in its place, tax-friendlier proposals put forward by the government.
At Kimathi Street in the Nairobi Central Business District, these were the scenes as youthful protesters, unhappy with the finance bill of 2024, ran for their lives. At the Kenyatta Avenue, another group of Gen Z protesters was also forced to scamper for safety for the better part of Thursday as police officers launched tear gas canisters in their direction. At Kaunda Street, protesters who sought to use the street to join Cardinal Otunga Street and then Parliament Road to sit outside the August House as their members of Parliament determined the fate of the finance bill this afternoon were a different breed. Not even the sight and the mighty jets of water from police water cannons deterred them as they kept surging forward while singing anti-government songs. Those who could not sing demonstrated in the best way they could, with placards carrying different messages to their members of Parliament, the government, and President William Ruto, who endorsed the controversial finance bill on Tuesday. While they were not able to break free, the protesters gave the anti-riot police officers a hard time keeping them at bay, to a point where the officers sought to dialogue with the protesters.
We are not against paying taxes. We are against paying taxes which are irresponsible and things which don't help us. Kama unaongeza tax, ongeza vitu zenye tunaona, infrastructure, all the services we need. Kama umeongeza tax, niende hospitali nipate madawa, nipate madaktari. Unaongeza alafu nakufia kwa nyumba juu sina dawa, hakuna madaktari. It doesn't make any sense.
This was the case at Kimathi Street at some point when protesters outnumbered and overwhelmed police officers who were in a pickup amid chants of "We are peaceful." The officers sped off with nobody even laying a finger on them.
So we are fighting for you all. We are not only fighting for Gen Zs. It's only that you are energetic. And the Bible says our parents will be seated while we fight for them. So we are fighting for our parents and those on wheelchairs, those old mamas who have to go to work. We are fighting for the whole of Kenya.
In most of the streets, police officers kept hurling tear gas canisters at them, with some of the protesters bearing the brand of the dangerous white smoke. Some police officers too desperately needed a breather. The confrontation ensued all day, and by sunset, it was checkmate in various streets where neither police officers nor the protesters were willing to make another move. For the better part of Thursday, this was the situation at the majority of streets leading to Parliament in the Nairobi Central Business District. Police officers had a hard time to control the surging crowds of protesters who are against the Finance Bill 2024 and the government of the day led by President William Ruto. David Muthoka, KTN News, Nairobi.
The Finance Bill 2024-2025